Hey everyone, welcome back to Plant-Based Running Tips with myself, Coach Kayla, for another Tip Tuesday. I am glad to be here again today. If you don't know who I am, as I said, I am Coach Kayla. I'm an online plant-based dietitian, nutrition, and run coach, and I help plant-based runners to make sure that they are fueling and training to their optimal, performance or whatever your really your goal is. So today we're going to talk about post marathon tips. So first off, I do just want to send a big congratulations to all of you that completed a marathon this past weekend. I know a lot of you just from social media have, either ran Chicago, ran London the weekend before. I know a lot of people also did Wine Glass, which I also did in upstate New York. And Boston was over the weekend as well. So, congratulations to those runners, whether that is your first marathon or your 10th marathon. Just it's absolutely an amazing accomplishment to be able to run a marathon. It is not an easy task, and the training is intense. It is a lot of training. So, congratulations, first of all. So definitely just wanted to send that out. If you are just joining me, make sure to say, hey, I want to know that you're on. Say hi, let me know you're here, and let us know where you are joining us from as well. If you are new here, make sure to click the link above to allow StreamYard to allow your name to pop up, or just let me know in the comments who you are. So, post marathon tips. So, if you just completed a marathon, this is perfect for you. So, number one, celebrate. Be proud of your accomplishment, no matter what happened during that race, whether it wasn't the race that you expected, or the weather wasn't great and really wasn't a personal record, or whatever the case may be. Be proud for signing up and for doing it. Hopefully you were able to finish, but even by just getting there and getting to that start line is an amazing accomplishment, and definitely something that shouldn't go unnoticed, because not everybody is signing up for marathons, right? So definitely be proud, celebrate, spend time with family, your running friends afterwards, and just really be proud of your accomplishment. Number two is to recover. Recovery is huge. A great benefit of being more plant based, or being plant based, is not just for our health, but also it helps recovery time. So that is a really, really cool. I noticed about, honestly, after 3 days, my legs actually feel pretty good after running a marathon, which is really cool. Um, but also still make sure to take that rest. It's also good to have a mental rest as well. So if you don't have a race coming up really quickly, I do encourage you and encourage athletes to take rest. Take that rest time if you don't have a race coming up too quickly, because it's much needed, and it's also great to have a mental rest and a reset. And so I like to think of this kind of period for me as a transition period of, okay, what's next? What do I want to accomplish next? If I didn't get to my goal, then do I want to keep doing this, or do I want to change my goals? It's okay to also change your goals as well. So, recover, some other things that I wanted to cover. As I said, rest. Take 1 to 2 weeks off if you're comfortable doing that. You could add in cross training if you wanted to just add in something else before you kind of decide which path or what you want to do next. Also, getting massages are really nice. I know after the or after my race, my marathon, at the massage tent, there were a ton of runners going, and I know that's something that has definitely helped me, is going and getting a massage. Also, ice baths or dipping your legs in cold water is also really helpful to also help that recovery process. Number three is to honor your hunger. If you are hungry, your appetite seems like it's increased or more than usual after running your marathon, and you're not necessarily running or training as much, don't fret, don't worry about it. It is absolutely normal. So keep eating and listening to that hunger. Your body is went through 26.2 miles. It's going to need recovery. It's going to need nutritious food. So just make sure to keep eating well-balanced meals. Um, Keep eating 2 to 3, 3 meals a day, 2 healthy snacks ideally, keep kind of that routine, and just kinda keep eating for nutrition and really just honoring that hunger, and it'll also help that recovery process by fueling your body with nutritious foods as well. Number 4 is decide on your next goals. As I said, this is can be a transition period. So think about what are your next goals. If you accomplished your goal, if you didn't, do you want to continue that goal or do you want to uh, change your goals? Because that's okay as well. So really think about what you want to achieve. I know for a lot of, or really for all of us, this is the end of really close to the end of the year. This is fall marathon season, but after this is the holidays, and then we're in a new year. So then we're into really now is the time to start thinking about what are our goals for even next year. Where do we want to go? Do we want to focus on nutrition? Do we want to focus more on building muscle, strength training? Do we want to focus more on changing our body composition? So for those, and I get asked this question all the time, and I know a lot of runners really worry about their weight. And I really try to encourage people not to focus on weight loss during training because it can be really easy to underfuel, and that's dangerous. So we don't want to underfuel. So I really encourage you not to really lose weight while training. If that is your goal, I really encourage you to work with somebody like myself to just make sure that you are fueling enough and you're not under fueling. But this could be a good time if you aren't necessarily training um, to focus on those weight loss goals if you wanted to. But I do want to ask why. Make sure you really dig deep and understand why. What is your reasoning behind wanting to lose the weight? Because we know as well, we do know that weight can have some effect on our performance. But if you're not planning to be an elite athlete, um, I don't think that a weight really makes that big of a difference. As long as you are a healthy, quote unquote, healthy weight, or the biggest thing is just to be really just to enjoy or to like your weight and be satisfied where you're at. I think that is so important because so many of us just don't like the weight where we're at, even though we're at a healthy weight. And there's nothing wrong with where our weight sets. And some of us too, we have a genetic makeup of what our weight is, and that's okay. What I just always tell people is, yes, weight loss could be helpful, but also you want to make sure that you are focusing on establishing healthy habits and behaviors. That's what's most important rather than weight loss. Weight loss tends to be focused on kind of dieting, right? And that leads to really no behaviors or habits that are long term and sustainable. And that's something that I love about just being a runner and just being active and moving your body. It allows you to be able to be more intuitive, to eat intuitively and just fuel your body nutritionally, but not have to count calories, not have to count macros, and be able to manage your weight, which I think is really great. So, anyways, if that is your goal, that is the time that you could do this. Um, so that is something you could do. Also, consider if you are running another marathon, if you really want to continue to run and you're like, oh, I don't want to focus on weight, I really just wanted to focus on performance, then maybe you want to run another marathon. Maybe you want to run a 50K, whatever that is. Just think about, okay, how are you going to do it? What is your goal? And do you have a goal? Do you want to improve your time from your last marathon? Or do you want to run a 50K for the first time and have no idea how to do it? Whatever your goal is, consider looking for a coach, or you might want to consider looking for a coach or some guidance and support. Obviously, joining the group, the plant-based performance running community, is a great community to be a part of. And hopefully you are already in our group. If you're not already, make sure to uh, request to join the group, and we will approve your membership if you are a plant-based runner. But that's a great free community if you want to join, just to have more guidance and support. But if you want even more, I can offer that as well. And I will be offering a special opportunity for all of you coming in the new year. So I'm super excited. So if you guys are looking forward to the new year, looking forward to possibly running a spring, specifically half or full marathon, then look out for that opportunity coming very, very soon. So I wanted to just throw that out there. If you guys would like more guidance and support and just learning more about, how to make sure you're properly fueling for nutrition, for your training, moving forward. And then of course, if you guys have any struggles or anything that you've had during your races that you just completed, that's certainly something to discuss with a coach, or reach out to myself as well. And I would love to help you. So, with that, let's wrap it all up. So, just to summarize everything we just talked about tonight, number one, after your marathon, number one is to make sure to celebrate. Celebrate, be proud of that accomplishment that you've made. Number two is to recover. Make sure to, get that rest, get a massage, take an ice bath, do these things that are going to help speed up the process, but also continue to eat and make sure to eat nutritious, well balanced meals. The next one was also honor that hunger. You hunger may be increased because you just ran a marathon. So it is normal for your hunger to be increased. So make sure to just honor that hunger and eat, even if you feel like you're eating more than normal. Number four, decide on your next goals. What are your next goals for going into the new year? Do you want to focus on weight loss, or would you rather focus on performance and creating these healthy and sustainable habits that can be long term? And that is what I am all about. And that's what's definitely going to be included in the new program. So I'm super excited to offer this opportunity for you guys very, very soon. I'm still working on it, but bear with me. It will be coming soon. So, with all that said, thank you guys so much for joining, and make sure again to join the plant-based performance running community if you haven't already, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel that I'm going to be posting a lot more on there. So don't miss that. Also, I have a podcast called the Plant-Based Performance Podcast. If you haven't tuned into that and you love podcasts, maybe on the way to work or during your run, you could take me with you. So if you like to also take me with you wherever you go, you can also subscribe to the podcast as well. So thank you, everyone, and we will see you next week. Bye.